Good morning. It's Saturday morning meal prep time. I've got to get my breakfast going. So this is my 93% ground beef. And I will plop it right down in this crock pot. I like to use this and let it do the work for me. And as most of you know already, I do not season my ground beef when I'm cooking it. I wait until the morning of. That way I can use the broth for the dogs. As well as I can, whatever I'm in the mood for that morning, that's what I'll season it with. So, I cover it. I'll add water to it. And I cover it, and I come in every hour and break it up. So let's get some water added. Okay. I do enough water so it's way up the side. Almost to the top of the meat. Sometimes it's above it, sometimes it's just below it. Today I'm doing it to there. And I'm going to find the lid for it. And put it on low. Usually takes about 4 hours, so about every hour I come in and chop it up. And it's been almost an hour. So I wait for 2 hours on the ground beef, but I'm about to start my other meat process, so I want to go on and do it now so I don't forget. And I don't know, I'm just in here, so I'm doing it. So every hour I come in and do this. And then I do it until it's cooked to my liking. And then I'll pack it up in containers for the week. So that's how I handle my ground beef. We're getting Big Bertha going today because we got a lot of meat. And again, I'll show you the difference between Big Bertha and just my regular cast iron. See that? That's the difference. So Bertha can hold a whole lot. So I've got her going. And I'm going to put this over it to help her heat up faster. So I'm just going to let that heat up so the first couple don't stick, and then it'll create its own liquid down in there, maybe. These are not super fatty, but anyway, so I'm gonna swirl that oil around here. Takes a lot of oil to cover Bertha. She's a big girl. She's a big girl. Let's see how many we can get on here. Three, 4, 5, there. 5, 6, and see if we can get one more. 7. Alright, so we'll have those sitting there. Gonna use some Slap Ya Mama, because you know I like it. I'm gonna use my Greek seasoning, because you know I like that too. And then the Total Seasoning by Lowry's. Listen, I like to just go in the seasoning aisle and look at what's already made up and already mixed together. That way I don't have to buy any, make my own. So now I'm going to cover it and we'll check it in 4 minutes. All right, it has beeped. That's my dealie right here. I'm going to flip them all. Yeah. Get them all flipped. And season the other side. I don't know if I have any more of this total seasoning or not. I'm sure I got something else that will classify, but I'm bad at the end of this one. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I need my dealie. There we go, so I don't burn myself. And I'll pull all these out. You know, it's funny, I have some seasoning sitting here because I went ahead and just put the rest of that Lowry seasoning in with this other one I have. And I think a lot of these garlic and herb seasonings taste the same. Like I have, oh, that's how they look. That's how it looks inside. But it's really stiff and thick and dense, so I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm going to try to peel them. And here are the pork steaks. Those are all done. The thicker ones, I had to do 5 minutes on each side with the lid on it. So now I'm going to just set these aside, and we're going to start our steaks. I'm going to keep that juice that I had from the pork steaks, or pork loin, chops, whatever them things were, those ribeye chops. This is 2 T-bone steaks. So I'm going to put them right down in there, in that juice. Because you know that fond is going to be yum. So what are we going to season that with? I'm going to use some of the Lowry's adobo. And it's also going to absorb whatever's down in the juices down below. These were Angus Premium Choice Beef T-bone steaks. Beef loin T-bone steak. So I'm also smoked paprika. So I'm going to cover these bad boys for 5 minutes because these are so thick. So I'm going to cover them 5 minutes and then I won't cover them the other half. In the meantime, what I'm working on is cutting up the jicama. On potatoes, they have you, after you cut them, you soak it in water just so it doesn't turn brown. So I've cut up the jicama in various sizes, and I've got some boiling in the microwave for 10 minutes. Those, they're like really thin slice. I'm going to pan fry it. These I'm going to try in the air fryer. I looked at different recipes. A lot of them, they batter them in flour. I don't want all that. I just want to do them plain. So anyway, so I've got these soaking in water while all my meat's cooking, and then we'll do this stuff at the end. Okay, it's been 5 minutes for the T-bone. Now I'm going to flip it, or them. Flip them. I'm going to leave it uncovered. Season this side. I'll do 3 minutes and then we'll take a look at it. Alright, so I'm going to set the steaks out on this cutting board to rest. And we still have some other stuff I have to figure out how and what I'm going to do with them. So while these are resting on here, I'll get that ready and I'll show you what we're going to do with that, because I don't know yet. Well, it is stir fry meat. I didn't know what it was when I bought it. I just grabbed it because of the discount on it. So it looks like this is little strips. Kind of like the meat that you buy for, oh my gosh, what is that? You can buy it in the frozen section. You put onions and peppers with it. Steakums. Kind of reminds me of steakums, only this doesn't look like processed meat. So it's real thin slices of meat. So this is not going to take too long to cook up. But I probably should have just done one and package instead of 2 packages. Super duper thin. So I'm going to cover it for like, where's my cover? I'm going to cover it for like 1 minute just to kind of help it get done. All the stuff that's not, okay, I'll do 2 minutes. All the stuff that's not touching the bottom of the skillet. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. So now I'm going to stir it up. So this is definitely going to pick up all that seasoning that was at the bottom. Oh, I forgot I turned it down a little bit. That's all right. But I want to make sure I get it all pulled apart from each other so it's not like stuck together. And so I'm just going to kind of stir it around, and I'll do it a little longer. I mean, I don't want it rare. I want it to have a little bit more done. There's quite a few really pink pieces. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in for you so you can kind of see it a little more clearly. You can see like that one is pretty rare in the middle. But I did not season this. I think this will definitely take in all that seasoning. So this will be easy to put in my packages for the week. This is what we're going to do. I'm not even going to take a knife to it. I'm trying to find a little one. Ow. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to stop it right here and pull it off. There you go. And then we have one more thing of steaks. I'll probably do it just like I did these. It's hang on, let me show you just a second here. It is ribeye steak shaved. So it's shaved ribeye. So it's real thin. So it's gonna cook the exact same way that is, except it's just bigger slices. But so I'm gonna pull them out one by one since they're so big. That way they're kind of, I'm not gonna like line them up or anything. I'm just kind of putting them in and I'll shove them around. I'm gonna do these just like I did those. I'll do 2 minutes. Come on. Well, I'll do 2 minutes covered and then another minute or so of me shuffling them around. Where's my lid? There we go. I'm going to put a little more seasoning on it. Those others, the one that I took a bite of, I could taste the seasoning, but it wasn't super strong. So, there we go. 2 minutes. So it's been 2 minutes. These are definitely more done than the others, so kind of shuffle them around a little bit. Set this over here. Go on and pull. A couple of them were not very well done, so I'm going to pull the others out. That looks good. This one looked good. You look like you need another couple minutes. This one, this one, this one. So this is the end of my meat portion. So the ground beef I'll just pull out and put everything. Everything will go in serving sizes. So if you're carnivore, stop the video right here, and you don't need to watch the rest of it. But if you eat veggies and curious how I'm going to do the jicama, then stay tuned. That's telling me to stir my ground beef. Be right back.